Hey guys, welcome back to another video today. Today, we're working on the RNG tail tidy for my Kawasaki Vulcan here. Yeah, let's get right into it, unboxing this fella. Alright, so let's open this fella here. Now this is the smoke tinted light version, so it's a little bit different. The only difference is this fella is smoke, which will match my smoke indicators I've already got, which is awesome. Alrighty, so we've got the main bracket itself. We've got the smoke brake light, and everything else we're going to need here, including some shrink ramp and whatnot, all there as well. And I believe that there is the cover that sits over the top of the brake light there as well. And then of course, my invoice and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alrighty, in this bag here, as you can see, I've got some reflectors, some heat shrink, and RNG sticker. Fitting instructions, good, because I'm learning as I go. Some cable ties, and then these little fellas for cutting it and keeping the wires back up later as well. Okay, so now that we know all the tools that we need, step one is removing the seat here. So for people who haven't removed this before, it's quite simple. Just unlock, it then pops at the bottom here, and then slots out to the right. Next step, we're going to grab this Allen key here, and use this fella to take off the top seat. If you've got your own Allen key set, you can use that to take off the seat, but it's just good practice to learn how to take this off and get to your own toolkit that's underneath the seat. Alrighty guys, so next step is removing these side covers on each side. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Be careful because these ones have a washer on them as well, not to lose that washer. Alrighty, next step is removing these two bolts here. These are the inner two, not the outer two. That'll allow you to take this plastic cover off. So make sure, for me they're two black ones, but they're the two inside ones as opposed to the two outside ones. And a 10mm socket for that one. Cool, once those two bolts are out, just slide it forward like that. And should come off, it's just hooked on down here. Right, now do the same on the other side and then we'll move on. Cool, next step is removing these two bolts now on each side using a 12mm hex. Now that we've got the plastic covers off, it's safe to do so. Cool, and now we'll go pop over and do the same on the other side. Alright, next step, fam, is removing these two bolts on either side here with a 10mm hex. Again, be careful not to lose the washer on that one as well. Next we need to remove these little rivets which are down in here. Just down here. Next step is to remove the last nut here on top. Go back and grab the same Allen key you used to take off the seat. And now we can go ahead and remove this. Cool, next step is disconnecting the wires from the stock headlight. So go ahead and do so. Cool, now that the cables are disconnected, make sure you've just got them all loose. They're very easy to put back together. Grey is grey, black is black, and then your running cable can only go into one connector and your main lights can only go into one connector, so you'll be fine. Next step is removing this bolt here on either side. This allows you to remove the entire bracket here, so you're going to remove those first. And this is using a 5mm Allen key wrench. And there is a washer with these two screws as well, so don't lose those. Right, next step is to remove the license plate, just to get it out of the way for now. Just as part of the license plate, so it makes accessing this all a bit easier. So two bolts just in under here, and we'll grab those and take them off. So now that we've done that, this is now free as well. So we should now actually be able to remove this whole piece. Alright, so just pop this bit to the side for now and we're going to remove the remaining part here. Cool, next step is removing the back here. You can use the same Allen key that we used to remove the seat earlier. Alrighty fam, so next step we've got to grab the new bracket, the brake light cover, and the brake light itself. Cool, so we're going to get our light and separate all the wires here. Then we're going to grab one length of heat shrink and place the wires through that. Cool, we just want that like so. Remembering that the LEDs underneath here are to light down onto the license plate, so that is down. So I'm going to put it through this way. So just going to remove our little nuts and washers that are on the back here. And put that through like so. Adding back our washers now. And nuts on the other side. So I've got this all on now. Just remember to put the shroud in between the light and the bracket itself. I just forgot that beforehand, so I had to redo it. So that's all sorted now. Yep, next step. Alrighty, so we're going to remove the stock indicators now. So to do that, we just need to get this cable tie cut, so be careful with that. I usually would use a craft knife, I just can't find one right now, so I'm using a pair of scissors. Sweet, that's all removed now. So next step is to remove the screws in each side to get your indicators out here. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Once we've got the indicator pulled right out, we're going to remove this rubber mount that's left over just by unscrewing this screw here. So go ahead and take that one off, and then that will come off like this, and just get that off to the side. We don't need it now. And the finished indicator will look like this when it's ready to go back on. Alrighty, so next step is pretty simple. All we have to do now is feed these through. Make sure you've got the correct ones going on the correct side. It is easier to tell because you've got the holes as a reference, but the grey ended one goes on the right. R&G have provided 2 new bolts that you can use for this as well, as you will most likely, like I did, de-thread the stock ones. And so these new ones just go in the side here. Cool, there's one done now. Now for the other side. Great guys, now there we have both indicators attached. Alright, so we've got a couple of cable ties just here to hold in the wires, so now that they feed up nicely to the top. So they come supplied, so make sure you add them on just here and here. Just going to cut off the excess. Cool, now we're ready to put her back on the bike. So make sure you've got the wires fed up top here, and then we're mounting back on these 2 points on either side. Beautiful. Cool, we just have one final bolt that was supplied to whack in here. And then we move on to the wiring. Alrighty, so we can now just wire back through and reconnect our indicators. We obviously have a bit more slack in these now, but that's okay. If you want to, you can make these short if you want to, cut them, but I'm not going to bother. So go ahead and cut your existing brake light wire off the stock one. We're now going to reattach that to these wires here. So first things first, we need to strip this back. Make sure it's long enough, so cut pretty close to the original stock fitting. You can pretty much gauge it from here that this is actually, I've got plenty of cable here, so I've given myself plenty of room to wire this up. Cool. So we're going to grab these little red fellas here that are supplied with the kit. That's the male end. We're going to attach them to these fellas here. So go ahead and strip back each one of those and we'll connect them. Cool, we've done the ends of those now guys, and now time to move on and do the ends of these with the female ends. Alright guys, so we're now ready to connect our 2 lots of lights up now that we've connected these. First of all, we're going to connect the red one from this side to the yellow one on this side. So next we're going to connect the blue one on this side to the red one on this side. And lastly, we're going to connect the black and yellow one from this side to the black on this side. Cool, that's all good to go. And now that that's wired in cleanly, it's time to check the lights. So our running light's working, our brake light's working, our right indicator's working, the left indicator's working. And just to be sure, our hazards are working. Awesome. And just double checking front brake and back brake. Alrighty guys, so I've got the license plate back on. It's now time to go and get everything back together. Let's do it. Alrighty guys, so here's everything we've ended up removing, and of course the original box the tail tidy came in. Alrighty, so we're all done. Time to show you the finished result. Montage time. Alrighty guys, that's the end of the video. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to fire them on down in the comments and I'll do my best to give them an answer. But yeah guys, as always, have fun, stay young, and peace.